What's up, my friends? Today we're up against Confidence. He's a Zerg player that I've played many times before, also known as Young Yakov. Phenomenal player, one of the up-and-comers. And we're playing on Crimson Court, which is probably the worst map. No, it's not the worst. Well, actually, no, it's my second veto against Zerg. It's pretty freaking low tier. Okay, in a tier list, it would be on the bottom tier. This is due to a couple of reasons. One, the rush distance is relatively small. It's hard to take a good third base here. Confidence is a bad nickname. Where's Young Yakov? Because I freaking love his real nickname. Confidence would be fairly low tier. If I were to produce a tier list, it would be on the very bottom. I think it's a nice nickname for a Smurf, though. You know, I think it's not bad. I will somewhere in my story. Alright, this map is balls. Let me tell you why. You have the Rich Vespine Geyser, which they can take pretty quickly. I hate that. I really do. Wait, I have something special. Oh, I do have something special. Yeah, they can take the Rich Vespine Geyser as their third base, which I freaking hate when they do that. I'm actually just gonna sit at home and relax. If he goes for a 12 pool, I'm dead. Because I went for a no scout 19 Nexus, 19 Core. Now, I'm gonna follow it up with a very fast Twilight Council. So no Stargate play here today. And then take the forward third. I actually had a build like this that I prepared a little while ago. I can't remember what it was for. I just remember preparing it for someone or something. And playing it as well. Honestly, maybe I did it against Serral. I think Serral ended up bailing busting me. So it didn't end up quite how I wanted. Okay, to get a really freaking fast adapt, like really freaking fast. This is about 9 seconds quicker than any usual adapt is. My warp gate is also going to be much quicker than any usual adapt is. We're going to go for a 3-gate push here. We are going to have to pull out. That's just the way of the world. Pull out some of these workers to get some more minerals. There we go. Oh, there you go. Actually, he's going to pull out 3. So we remain 2-1 mining, which is completely fine. I'm okay with that. My opponent should be okay with that. Okay, here's the third base. Pretty much, I don't want to say as expected, but it's not super rare to see it. We're actually going to go for... This is rare to see, okay? This is not very common at all. He hasn't built his creep tumor yet. He's too afraid of my fast timing. You see that? It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. We're going to go for 4 adepts here. Let's see if he's building the tumor yet. He hasn't built the tumor yet. Jesus. He's in trouble, isn't he? Oh, you're in trouble, buddy. Absolutely, you're in trouble. Okay, I'm just gonna go in and get this kill. I accidentally attacked myself. Maybe I can kill one more drone? Yes, I can. So we killed 2 drones. I have another one of these on the way. I think it's going to finish in time too, which is banging. And then we can actually take a relatively fast third base too. So we have a very good early game because our adepts are about 8 seconds faster than usual. We have a very fast third base, which is nice. And we're going to have a very fast push out forward as well with an absolute crap ton of adepts. When I see an absolute crap ton of adepts, I mean, at least a somewhat decent amount of adepts, you know? It's not an absolute crap ton, it's just... It's a fine amount. It's absolutely a fine amount. And we're going to hit like a truck as well. So I really like moving out early with this type of vibe, this type of build, because it allows you to really start putting on some serious pressure early on in the game. So here he comes. He probably thinks he's going to kill this, but I know for a fact that he won't. I should not have done that. But, if only we had our thing here now. If only we had our glaives done already, then this would have been super sick for me. Maybe I can get some more kills. This actually went well. This went very well. Gonna get some more of these. So our worker count is now better than my opponent. I don't want to actually take that gas. I want to take this gas. It's really important. That's kind of the entire point of this build. Another pylon over here. I think that he's gonna flood something across the map. I just don't quite know what yet. He has like hardly any drones over here. He's gonna continue building adepts as well. And we're gonna send these into this base. So his first roach is now popped. We're actually gonna let this finish too, I think. Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna start going in here too. He has no drones at all, which is obviously bad for him. I mean, we're winning really hard. This is a very different style than you usually see as well. Like, he's not used to this type of style whatsoever. And as a result, we were doing quite well. I think that last shade was actually bad for me. It lost me 3 adepts. It lost me a little bit of momentum on the map. No, a little bit of pressure on the map. I had some pressure on the map. Now I'm lacking it. Our worker count still should be superior to what my opponent has. I'm mining too much gas though. I'm just gonna go into a robo bay. So I can kind of use the short rush distance in my advantage. So I'm just gonna temporarily wall this. I mean, when I say temporarily wall, I mean I'm gonna like, completely wall it, but I just want to have like a semi-wall. It's a semi-wall, not a temp wall. There we go. The reason why I like that so much is... Oh, that's bad first. That's really bad. That was actually really bad. My hotkey wasn't working. My freaking hotkey wasn't working right there. Son. I wonder what he's gonna do now. I think he might go for a... Ooh. He's kind of scary. Not gonna lie. What do I want to do at this point? Just gotta make sure that I have plenty of these guys. Plenty of violence. I think usually life's going to be okay. Ooh, that was some fat force fields. Or some fat forces, some fat vials. We have such an unlosable position here. And then we lost. Yeah, this is one of the issues. They can just build so many Ravagers because they have the rich Vespene Geyser, even with low worker count. And I think I still should have won because I also had the rich Vespene Geyser, but obviously sentries are much worse than Ravagers in this type of situation. Like having 9 sentries doesn't do a whole lot. Having 9 Ravagers really I'm actually gonna lose this. Yeah, I bet he's on like 40-ish. Yeah, 39. I went up to like 55, 57 workers here, yeah. My force fields here were very bad and kind of late. Not this one, but the one before this set, yeah. The wall was good. I wish I had 1 extra battery in the back already. And maybe, yeah, just 1 extra battery in the back would have helped. I didn't cancel this either, that sucked. And I didn't have this hotkey in my control groups for whatever reason, so I actually got a lot. And he got a fat surround on top of this, which forced me to use so many force fields. I did clear a lot of his links, but this wasn't a good trade. I'm still too slow at adding these extra batteries as well. Like, if I have this battery in the next engagement, it's actually kind of a big deal. It's just getting this in-between healing, pretty much. Like, whenever you get a little bit of damage, get a little bit of heal as well. It helps so much. I should have pulled the workers all to the right side to kind of be used as a force field in front of my immortals the moment my adepts disappear. And here he hits both my adept and my immortal because it kind of bugs out in there and pop, insta shots it. But yeah, the main problem is the high link count and then the biles getting the connections they want. That's super suck. Kind of sad about it. Actually gonna lose some points as well. We had a couple of good runs in the road to rank 1 the past few weeks, but today we're starting with a minus 32. See if we can take it back. You know, I'm really tempted to play the exact same thing again, but I always feel like that when I do something like that, A, his response is going to be better already because he's just played against it, so naturally he's going to improve. And B, it also is kind of obvious, you know, if I open with the exact same thing. So I am going to open with the same thing, but we're going to follow it up a little bit different. I do like these very aggressive glaive builds. I think they feel fun to play. They really do. This is too far forward. And I also like no scouting and getting faster adepts, faster, you know, that type of jazz. You could just go for maybe a very early third base, quick oracle. This is actually a build that I don't want to say a low-level player, but a mid-grandmaster made up called Fighting Frog. It's the fast third base that I've been playing a crap ton. And I'll actually explain the entire build order here. So it's kind of like a guide inside of a road to rank 1. You love to see it. Usually you don't do it with a no scout, but pretty much everything else remains true. So the the main thing in the build that sets it apart from others is that you're playing Warp Gate into Stargate. And that's usually not really a thing. The reason why it's not a thing is because Warp Gate delays your Stargate timing by about 50 gas. Usually gas is the resource that you're lacking. So that's a fairly different thing. And then because you're delaying your Oracle a bit, you have more money to get a faster third base. You're getting your third base on just a single gate. Now, I'm not necessarily recommending this at a lower level, but I think once you reach like Master, you can definitely start working with a build like this. Master or High Diamond. Or of course, if you're very confident in your build order execution, you can do whatever you want. Don't let me stop you from playing cool builds. Okay, so we start Adept, Warp Gate. I like the Chrono Boost on my workers as much as possible. Some people like getting a second Adept with this Chrono Boosted. I am going to get a second Adept. I'm not going to get it Chrono Boosted though. So that is slightly different. I pull 2 workers out of gas and I send them downstairs. Look at this guy. Gonna Chrono Boost this too. Then I start my next Adept. Now I'm gonna have quite a bit of money, because I'm freaking rich. And that's the entire point of the build. So we're just running across, running across, running across, running across. See if we can stop his creep tumor from going down. I built... Either he went... I think he went inject first here, maybe. Which is very uncommon. Or the creep tumor is somewhere over here. It's either very far away or it's... You know, it doesn't exist. Not in this spot at least. He doesn't have a third base. Wow. Now you could say, Harstem, that's so risky. He doesn't have a third and here you are taking your third already, you greedy idiot. Don't you know anything about this game? I say, wow. It's a lot of talking. Kind of mean. And no, it's actually kind of fine. Like nothing from 2 base really scares me more than from 3 base. If anything, it scares me less because his eco is going to suck massively behind all of it. So... Look at that. You absolutely survive over here. Absolutely survive. Like there's a difference between kind of surviving and absolutely surviving. This was an absolute survival, you know? Okay. This is still an absolute survival. He tried his best. Now I want to see what he's actually up to. We're gonna start Blink instantly. I completely forgot to explain everything as I promised. You hate to see it. It's because he made the game too exciting. You gotta blame young Jakob for this. He starts running across the map with a bunch of boys. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit there and take it like a loser? Basically, it's single Oracle. He's fast! Oh, it's a Hydra Lin. Young Jakob, young Jakob. So, Hydra Lins are always done of low worker counts. Otherwise, they're not all-in, and then it's just a regular Hydra attack. So, it's only an all-in if it's low worker count. That's just how it works. We're gonna have a huge amount of boys here. Huge amount of stalkers in particular. I'm gonna get these 2 in here. And I want batteries out here too. It should theoretically be impossible for me to lose this. This is almost like a build order win, but better. Because I did it as a response. Yeah. All you need to do is check the drone count here. Like, I have freaking 14 workers out. 14! How many does he have? Probably very little. I did see him build some drones, though, lately. Like, I think his last 2 units are actually drones, which is weird. And I don't like it. Need to make sure I don't get supply block. He's not quickly morphing stuff. We're actually just gonna take this. And the funny thing here is that he probably thinks he's being so smart. Like, oh, I'm keeping him in the dark about what I'm doing. What is this? Drones. He's actually building drones. We just never really stopped building workers. Maybe a tiny cut, but not a huge cut. Absolutely not. And now we can just continue going. Like, he doesn't have a fort base. He doesn't really have anything of value, to be honest. Doesn't have a lot of creep. Doesn't have a lot of links. going for banelings here. Look at that. Yeah, good luck getting a good fight against this, boss. Huh? Good luck getting a good fight against this, is what I tell you. And a couple more of these. Once we get stormed, this game is uber over. But even before we get stormed, this game feels fairly over, to be honest. Oh my god, no way. I've never seen this. What the hell? He built one infestor to catch me. I should have recalled right in that moment, I guess. That was freaking cool. I was gonna kite him forever. Did not like how that went at all. Does he have +1? Does not have +1. Split up these guys a little bit. So yeah, split them 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Bit like that. And how all of that went. He's going fast into the next set of gases. Maybe it wasn't really an all-in. Maybe he faked an all-in. I'm not sure why I should be showing these guys on the map already. That's obviously a mistake. Nothing to do with an all-in or not. I want to know what he's actually doing too. Like, is he actually committing to Hydra Ling Bane, or is it just going to be Ling Bane with some Ling upgrades? Or are there even any Ling upgrades here? Like, these are important things for us to try and figure out. Because it could just be somewhat of like a lurker rush, you know? If that's the case, like, we need to obviously respond different. I'm actually gonna start +1 already. I have a strong feeling that it's going to be some type of lurker rush because he's just not pushing. And also, I'm already safe right now against anything that isn't lurkers. Like, what's he gonna do if I have... When you come for you... No, what's he gonna do if I have... what do you call it? What am I gonna say? Something insightful. Help me out here, guys. If he has... Sorry, I can't find my words. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, he has a lot of these guys. Don't love that. I kind of hate it. This felt okay though, fight-wise. Crap. Actually, I lost my cannon here. And I think with the cannon I might just lose the game as well. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost this. Dude, he's eating me alive right now. How did I lose this? Freaking Hydra all-in. That wasn't an all-in. That was fake. The Infestor really put in some work too. I'm not gonna lie. The Infestor really put in some work. Hey, I'm just dead now. Oh. GG. Total. I wish I would have just gone across the map with everything. Stay at home with my Tempest. Then go over here. Maybe it's possible. Ah, come on. What the hell? I don't understand this. Why did I lose? He had no eco. I guess he had +2 upgrades. And my upgrades were a little late. I'm 42 to 39 right now. He gets a Baneling Nest, which he never ends up using. He's just building units. He's already building an infestation pit, though. I mean, I'm just up in workers the entire time and up in income. Maybe a late fort by me. I mean, he also had a late fort, so that should be fine. Does he have +1 on range? He's getting it. Yeah, I'm in such a good spot. I think the moment he hits the blade, the fungal, I should just piss off. I didn't realize it was there. Here. I see it, puff, insta recall. Because now I end up losing all of these anyway. And also the Oracle. So it's like, ah, crap. And then here I should probably realize what's going on. Because he's rushing lurkers on relatively low eco. And I'm just investing in not dying against Hydraling Bane right now. But I mean, with the Infestor, who's gonna play Hydraling Bane? Did I see it again? I know that it's Lurker. I should know that it's Lurker. I should have had faster Fleet Beacon, faster Stargate. Then it would have been fine. Look, I'm 85 to 78. He's still all in. He's on 4 base. He's 4 base all in. Usually people do this on 5 base. Then he moves across the map. He has the Seismic Spines, Adaptive Talon on the way. What I should be doing here is I think leave some of these Templar at home. And then just go across the map with my main army. With like 2 Templar as well. So that I can deal with the links. But it's just pure Lurker here. He's like got 10, 12 Lurkers. Okay, well, I want to fight him again. He's taking my MMR though. I've never seen the Hydra into Infestor stuff. Like ever. That's just not a thing that we see. I'm very surprised by it. Okay, now we get a Terran 6.5k MMR. Who the hell was that? Spirit? Who is a 6.5k MMR Terran? I think that makes sense. You have not enough minerals. Rough start. You have not enough minerals. Rough. All around. I'm not gonna wall this off. Once again, gonna go for a no scout. I should scout a little bit more, I think. Although that didn't lose me either of the last games. The early game scout. Or well, the lack of an early game scout, I should say. I mean, that should have been fine. Or that was fine. That wasn't the issue. Okay. And versus Terran, I'm not very confident. Versus Terran on this map, I'm even less confident if that's possible. Which it is, because I am less confident on this map. Just gonna go down in case it's an eBay block. Then we can be there early and we can take care of it, you know? Always feels good. Oh. Okay, there's no eBay block here, there's no barracks here. Could be a barracks here to try and jump into my main base. Can have a look at it. I always feel like looking for it is almost silly. Like, really the only thing I'm looking for is like double barracks proxy. If it's a double barracks proxy like Proxy Marauder, which I obviously love, then I think it's a very different story. This might be Hero Marine. Hero Marine does this every single game against me. Just loves it. Can't help himself. That was really dumb. That's also really dumb. Dude, he's just getting hit in the face again and again and again. Again! This is absolutely terrible SCV control. I've been practicing against this with Clem. They're not similar levels at all. These two guys. Whoever this is. So. Oh no, shot. He sent a second SCV, which I think is hilarious. Okay. Did he kill 2 or 3 now? Killed 3. And he has 2 SCVs here. She's gonna try killing a worker or a stalker now, I guess. Or is that a super battery available, to be honest? I think I do have a super battery right now. I think we're dead. It's not my day. And here comes the cyclone. 20 seconds too late for no reason. Who the hell is this guy? I just needed a slightly faster one of them. This is off one base, because he was building Marines as well. And 2 SCVs. So you know it's... Yeah. Ah! No, it wasn't off one base. I guess no starport. Did delay it by quite a bit though, by like 25 seconds. I'm in such a good spot if I don't lose this final battery here in the dying seconds. This one should have been a bit faster. If this one's just a tiny tad faster, which I think it could have been, I needed just one more battery instantly. Like I'm queuing up workers, but it should just be one more battery here. Instant, bam, right now. And then we're completely fine. But I did it so late. Even now. It would have been so fine. Look at the situation. I guess my tech is late because I didn't build it. He also forgot to build a depot. Oh man, we have so many theoretical wins today. It's crazy. It's actually driving me nuts. I want to know who it is as well, because I'm very curious. No, it's no name back yet. I hope we get him once more. It is the same thing. Dude, I'm getting punished. This is one of the... Ghost River again as well. It's one of the worst days I've had. Bad day on the ladder. Yeah, 3 in a row. It's rare that happens. But I'm not tilted. Let's make sure that everyone's, you know, is well aware of that fact. Okay. We just micro our workers better. That was the issue last game. If he just had 2 more minerals... Actually, this is one of those games where you could unironically say that having like 2 more minerals or like slightly more minerals would have been impactful. So like it really was a game of like milliseconds certain times. Or like if a battery could have healed another battery at any point, you know. It got so close. So close at times. So close. Yeah, we're not gonna scout. I'm not gonna get bullied into scouting. I was gonna scout of my own volition in this game, but then this dude is gonna think that it's like a victory for him, you know? And that's not what this is. No, my dear friends. This is not a victory for them. This is a victory for the good guys. The guys that go without scouting every single game. That wake up wanting to know 0 information. Just play their blind build that they've been practicing against the AI, okay? For these people I play. And no one else. I bet there's another barracks here. That would be freaking funny. That actually would be freaking funny to me. Just gonna check around. I do like the thought of checking around though. See, I won. Here, mental victory for me. And not just a small one either. Okay? There's no barracks over here. This is a huge mental victory for me. Oh, I need to get that thing. The other day, Clem proxied the barracks over here versus me. I was so upset by it. Not gonna lie. Because I barely missed it. Or it was like over here or something. It's like a stupid position. At least it was a position that shouldn't have made it through in a million years. Now I want to Tempest Rush this guy to make him feel bad about himself. Humiliation is a tool that can be used in the hands of the oppressed as well. And in this case, I'm the oppressed, because I keep getting blasted by these clowns. Oh, here we go. Wait, what? What the hell is this? No shot. No, absolutely no shot. He thinks this is correct, right? What the hell was that? Freaking king idiot over here. No adept or no worker, which means that, and no factory in the wall, which means that the factory is going to be somewhere over here. This guy is an uber self-reporter. Hate to say I told you so. But you're relying on you now. Cause you wanted to do what I want. Okay, so we're just gonna go one of these guys. So, Jesus Christ. I'm not saying cyclones are too good, but you know. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? No, 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 please, 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 please! God, wacht. Oh. This is pure pain, I'm not gonna lie. Does he have tanks? Yeah, he has tanks. No way. Actually, kind of suicidal, huh? I guess it's not really suicide if you then end up winning the fight. Well, hell of a suicide maneuver where he stays alive and the opponent dies. Jesus. Okay, I'm playing so poor. This has to be one of the worst days of video gaming for me in a while. It's just like I'm not controlling any of my units. It's like legit like I'm not controlling any of my units. Oh my god. It's not just bad, it's just the fact that I'm getting good theoretical positions and then just getting owned completely. I can't believe I lost my Void Ray to 2 Cyclones and a Viking. Like, that is legit impossible to do. I killed 2 Reapers at the start. It's such a bad build too. Actually, it's not that bad. It's a fine build, but he executed poorly. And I lost. I think I'm gonna call it quits. This is the worst. This goes into the history books as the worst day on the ladder in Road to Rank 1 that I've ever had, I think. Legitimately the worst. Well, I hope you all had a great time at my expense. And I'll see all of you next time for undoubtedly better days.